Hey yo, little man, what's going on, everyone? Nick here from Little Man YGO, back at again with another video, and this time we have the top 8 deck lists for the Gamer's Choice tournament that happened just over the weekend. But before we jump into anything, please like, comment, and subscribe to Little Man YGO because we're breaking the big news here, just shattering records and of course, a little man did take down the prize here, but we'll be able to share everything with you. So if you have not done so, subscribe so already, and I'll give you a few moments to do so. I will wait. Also, just going over, we have a Discord link. So if you want to come hang out in the Team Little Man Discord, link in the description below. Go to the welcome section to add your role and come hang out with us. So we have it had a Time Wizard tournament over the weekend, but it's not just any Time Wizard tournament. There was 82 players at this event, and the first place prize was, you guessed it, Champion Pack Book of Moon. So high stakes here, like big prizing. Shout out to Gamers Choice for having such a banger of an event. Hopefully, they're able to do more things like this in the near future because I had a really good time. Personally, I bubbled the event, which it sucks. It's Yu-Gi-Oh. Sometimes you bubble, sometimes you win, but you always learn from whatever mistakes that you made. And I'm not going to go too much into what I played or anything like that. It was Amaryllis, but it was not the best version of Amaryllis that I could have played. So we learned from that. But yeah, the first place here was the Book of Moon. The second place here was an Ultimate Rare Dark Arm Dragon. Third place was a place set of Ultra Rare Zeros, and I'm not talking the Battles of Legend, baby, the OGs from the manga. Fourth place is an Ultimate Rare Ryza, and fifth through eighth got Ultimate Rare Enemy Controllers. So we're going to go through all the deck lists one by one and see what these powerful duelists took to this event. First, and starting off in top 8, we have Reese with Calibur Cat. Calibur Cat, my goodness, the list that, not this maybe exact list, but Calibur Cat got second in OG Edison. My goodness gracious. And we're seeing it here today. We're on both the Raikos and the Spies. No hamsters in the main deck. Very interesting to see. We have Cyber Dragon and obviously Doom Calibur right here. Doom Calibur has been a card that most people have dismissed for quite some time. It is a really good going second option of being able to push through the Raikos and recruiters and stuff like that. And even having like a Thunder King in the main deck here. That's also kind of crazy too, if I dare say so myself. But obviously, we have the Gale for an additional tuner, Sangin to search out a Rescue Cat. Going through a two pot of Avarices in the main deck, not three. Interesting to see that there. Have both Brain, Mind Control, Smashing Ground. My Body is a shield in the main deck. Book of Moons to reset the flips there. And then obviously we have the Triple D Prisons right here for this. No Torrential in the main deck, in the side deck instead. Um, Dark Bribe in the side deck as well. Very interesting. I'm curious to see what he brought those in against. And then obviously we have Giant Trune, Cold Wave for some of those big pushes. Karma Cut also being in the side deck here. Karma Cut being like is a very underrated card within the format, if I dare say so myself. It's so good against like frogs and good against like dragons, and like you just kind of like FTK some decks if you hit them at the right time. But very cool deck from Reese. Congratulations on your top 8, taking home a ultimate rare enemy controller there. Next, after that, we have Rennie L, who top 8 with Black Wings, but it's not just any kind of Black Wings. It's Black Wings with enemy controller in the main deck, which, if you ask me, that's a very cool tech. I think it's always interesting to have a card that, one, if you run over a monster with Shiro, you get a value. You contribute the monster, this card with enemy control, take the monster and keep swinging. So gives you a higher damage output there. Helps play around bottomless a little bit too, if your monsters are getting like deprisoned or bottomless. And also, like, if there's monsters that need to be ran over too, you can put it right in defense. And Shiro and Baroque could be able to comfortably hit over it. Triple Icarus in the main deck. That's always good to see. Like, God Almighty, I don't know why people play less of 3. This card, absolutely insane. And then we also have Gores in the main deck as well. Not a typical option for Black Wings at the bit, with the Tech Dow, Compulse, and Dust Tornado, and 1 Repression in the main deck too. Outside of that, very standard main deck there. Going over the side deck here, we do see Transmigration Prophecy, which is, I think, a very good card. It's a very underrated card within the format too. Being able to recycle your resources, you can manipulate your decks in your graveyard for Dark Arm Dragon, and then take those resources that are the more graveyard dependent decks and put them to the deck. So even if those graveyard dependent decks also do rely on return, you're not getting punished from that card forward. But awesome stuff from Rennie. Congratulations on your top 8 and also taking home the enemy controller. Top 8. Also, we have Bowen. Bowen Chen, my goodness. If you know Bowen Chen from the Facebook groups there, he's on there. He's buying all the he has the foreign gas. So if you're ever looking for foreign gas, hit this guy up right over here. He has a lot of he's got the shiny if you dare ask me. But he was taking Machina control today. So very cool list. We have the three hamsters, three Raikos, one force in the main deck. Very interesting to play the one force. I would always imagine that um, the payoff for playing a deck like this and playing a mill strategy is to have force alive as much as possible. So interesting that he was only playing one there. And also Cyber Dragons pairs very well with the triple Caiuses. So having this nice little package of Cyber Dragon, Hamster, Raiko, Caius is um really, really cool if you ask me. Lila also too to make sure it has an alternative search option with Charge of Light Brigade, milling three on the end phase, popping a back row and baiting bottomless. So Fortress does not get the bottomless. Chaos Sorcerer in the main deck as well, alongside Triple Avarice. And really curious to see how these were working out for him because whenever I tried lists in general in Edison format with Triple Avarice and Chaos Sorcerer, I found some confliction for myself, but he made it work, which is absolutely fucking awesome there. One Book of Moon in the main deck because you do have a bunch of flips. Double Compulses, which is so good in this deck. It helps you put your monsters back into your hands so you don't ultimately lose them. And also bounces away Synchro. It's so powerful in the value matchup. Going over to the side deck now, we have the double Dynas. We have Aaron in the side deck. I love Aaron. Aaron is so good, pushing through recruiter decks. We have both the Light Imprisoning Mirror and Shadow Imprisoning Mirror in the side deck here, taking care of those Bayou decks, Light Sworn, Chrysia Sworn decks, respectively. There was a lot of Chrysia Sworn at this event, so makes sense why this duelist did so well. I don't know what his matchup record was like, but very cool list, very a little bit unique on this. So congrats for Bo and Chen for taking away that enemy controller as well. And then top eight, we also have Ernie, top eight with Value Turbo. I think this gentleman actually topped a or won a Ultimate Time Wizard several months ago. He's towards the middle part of the year last year, but he was also playing Value Turbo as well. Not too sure if this is a place same list. So you're dealing with a very powerful duelist over here. In Value Turbo here, some interesting ratios were on the triple Sirocco right in the main deck. I know I have some lists cut down to two, along with having Gores and Chaos Sorcerer in the main deck as well. I do like Chaos Sorcerer a lot. It does feel like it's an extra extension play that you're able to utilize to at least push through boards a little bit easier. Triple Raiko, one hamster, not two. Interesting to see they were on the Gale. There's too many Vio Turbo players that are thinking about cutting Gale out of Vio Turbo. Please, please, please get that shit out of here. That's a very stupid idea. Very stupid idea. But we do have the one Royal Oppression, one return, one the other Royal Oppression in the side deck itself. The side deck triple Dust Tornado. This is becoming more and more common in the Black Wing, the Value Turbo side deck. So I'm really glad to see that there. Find out Urquazes as an alternative six option in the extra deck, but outside of that, this is Value Turbo. Slight text and stuff, personal preferences. So congratulations for Ernie for also taking home an enemy controller. Now we're moving over to the top four. Top four and played out all the rounds. So 4, 3, 2, and 1 is in order per se. But step four was Diva Hero Zombies by our friend Jacob here. Jacob playing the sauce of the sauce. So when it comes to Diva Hero Zombies, it feels like you're trying to fit a lot of cards and trying to do too much, but it looks like he proved it kind of wrong here by really slimming down the hero pocket, just having Stratos, Evil Guy, and the Malicious as the only targets. Dark Grepher to synergize with the Malicious and the Plague Spreader. I guess like Zombie Master to that effect as well. We're on Triple Diva. We're on No Gilman, but we do have Snowman Eater in the main deck here, which is another interesting choice where we have double Caius as well. Triple Pyramid Turtle. Very interesting to see with a very slimmed down zombie package. So that's cool there. We have the double Gold Sucks to search for all the power cards within our deck. We have Return here, Future Fusion, double Miracle Fusion. Not trying to book on that. No Book of Life in the main deck because it's like Miracle Fusion is just that much better. Solemn Judgment too. Let's see, anything else too crazy? Not so much here. And if we go over to the side deck, we have a couple of one-of monsters. Breaker the Magical Warrior, being able to, destroy oppressions and run over some big monsters. Very, very solid card overall. Lots of one-ups here. The only two ups I see are the Royal Decrease and the Skill Drain. Skill Drain in the side deck. Very, very powerful there. And then we have some utility one-ups across the board. I love the utility one-ups in the side deck. I just think that the format is too diverse to not have utility within your side deck. And that's the thing when you have decks like this that have so much engine, because you're adding more engine between the heroes and the zombies, that like your utility does run a little bit low. Like your utility options are just like within these like four or five cards right over here, and everything else is kind of mandatory. So having one ups does make side decking a lot easier. So I do love this list a lot. So congratulations to Jacob for taking home an ultimate rare rise that will not be going in this fucking main deck. That's what I say for sure. Third place, we have Timothy J. Timothy J on Hero Frog. Very cool, interesting Hero Frog list at the end of the day. I believe this was Tim Pontus. So I was his only loss in Swiss. So we're gonna brush the dust off my shoulders there. But outside of that, very powerful duelist right here. Very interesting main deck. We do see the Neos Alias in the main deck as part of the hero package here. The complement the E-Call and Roted. So to make sure we play 3 Stratos is right in the main deck. Junk Synchron also here too, with the one Battle Fader. I've noticed a lot that these frog lists are really cutting down on like faders and um like there's no Tragodia here either, but we do have like a nice brief spread of discard traps here. No T-Roars or Wabakus or anything crazy like that. We have a double Raigeki break, Wing Blast split, making obviously I believe the Wing Blast is the superior discard trap, but who am I to say? Who am I to say? The one Miracle Fusion, 3 Miracle Fusions, excuse me, with the with Future Fusion also. I know that Future Fusion has been cut from a lot of these decks because of clogging yourself on their Treeborn Frog, but he made it work, which is awesome. And 2 Upstart Goblins. My guess here, and with a lot of Hero Frogs, is that like you don't you want to flood your whole thin out your deck with Substitodes, and like if you have spare space in the main deck, that's what you fill in with Upstart Goblins. Shout out to 10-Foot D. I actually watched one of his videos recently and him explaining that within Hero Frog, which was very insightful stuff there. I love to hear that. The side deck here, there's a bunch of 3-ofs. You have the 3 Dust Tornadoes, 3 Vanity's Fiends, 3 DD Crows. He summoned Vanity's Fiend a couple times on me, which was pretty nuts. And then obviously 1 Snowman Eater. Which is great bait against the siding when you're siding it against like the more aggro decks within the format. Super poly in this side deck as well, but no super alloy beast thingamajig because we don't respect Gemini. So love to see that. But I do like this list a lot. It's very cool. I do love the Upstart Goblin ratios in here. Very cool list overall. Congratulations over to Timothy for 3rd place here. And then Jamal, first/second. So first/second place was both Amaryllis. One was my teammate Adam, also known as Chillier Jeans on an Edison War League, and also was once 3rd on ladder with Amaryllis. So the guy's an absolute monster. But they decided to split 1st and 2nd for this event, which is really cool. So they were able to share in the glory of owning both a Book of Moon and a Dark Arm Dragon. But they were both playing Amaryllis. So in another Amaryllis finals, best deck in the format. You gotta love to see it. And Jamal was playing some crazy shit. Oh my God. I looked at this list and I was like, whoa, this sacrilege. But we're gonna jump into it and see what he's got cooking over here. The first thing I have to notice is the 2 Amaryllises in the main deck, not 3. 2 Amaryllises, which is dog. That is crazy, man. Like crazy. It's unheard of. The first Amaryllis to top with less than 3 Amaryllis is absolutely crazy with the triple Titanium in the main deck too still. And for the rest of the plants, we have Lord Poison, which he loves Lord Poison, loves Lord Poison. But as you see here, he reduced the equip spell package as well as just including 1 fertilizer in the main deck there. The Breed Dragon, so this card is so good. This card is so good in this deck. You have a lot of different targets within the deck. Sangan, he plays Sangan to connect. He's also on Gores, also not a common thing in Amaryllis. I personally do not like this card in the deck, but if you are reducing the spell and traps in the back row, there are moments where I kind of wanted it, but and also 1 Caius too. 1 Caius, no brain control. 1 Caius, Mark of the Rose. He's a mad lad, if you ask me. But for the spell cards, he's on 1 Hidden Armory and then 1 spells, which is very interesting within itself, and then 1 Miracle Fertilizer too. Maybe he thought that these cards were just enough for what they are. You don't want to clog on too many of them, so I definitely understand that. I definitely do think you should be maxing out on this card, Hidden Armory. I think the card is way too good, but obviously it did work out for him since he did get 2nd place and I first/2nd, and I didn't. So That's awesome. But what I do want to point out is the awesomeness within the side deck. Also playing Shadow Imprisoning Mirror in the side deck as well. This card on the Titanium is crazy. Karma Cuts too. Love Karma Cuts. A good easy swap in for the Phoenix Wing, Wing Blast, Lightning Vortex. The Chalice is a very, very good card. It says "fuck you" the Fossil Dino, which is what a lot of people do to out the board. So he's addressing a lot of those big plays within the side deck itself. Do love the one DD Crow. Consecrated Lights. We were trying this card a little bit. We don't like this card too much, but seemed to work for him if he's playing any of the big Blackwing matchups. But extract here, double starter dragon. Other than that, it's pretty reasonable. I'm definitely going to be having a video exclusively on this deck and playing the fuck out of this deck because I'm intrigued. Jamal is just like shattering the norms here on Yu-Gi-Oh! So congratulations over to Jamal. And obviously that's a picture with both, Adam and Jamal in the finals, holding two Amaryllises and three Amaryllises respectively. We are not sharing Adam's list because we are playing in YCS Raleigh over the weekend. So after YCS Raleigh is over, we will be going over the deck list. But basically, he had a monster streak. He got second after Swiss and then won out from there. So crazy to have another Amaryllis mirror in the finals. It only happens in the state of New York because we know what's up. We know what's strong. So, but that's going to be it from me. You guys will be dropping that list sometime next week. But please like, comment, and subscribe for more Amaryllis, Yu-Gi-Oh, and more Edison related content. I'll see all of your beautiful faces later on. Peace. Have a great day. Stay safe, y'all.